Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Teen Book Tuesday. My name is Lorie, and I'm the teen librarian at Manlius Library in Central New York. And today I'm going to tell you about some brand new books I got in the teen room that are all about summer. Things that happen in the summer, adventures people are having in the summer, a little bit of summer fantasy, and some summertime realistic fiction. Pardon me. I'm going to start with this one. It's called Sunkissed by Casey West. She's pretty awesome. She writes some really good romantic, realistic fiction. She wrote The Fill-In Boyfriend and the other one that I can't... Oh, P.S. I Like You, which was also a lot of fun. And also Lucky in Love. But this is called Sunkissed. Avery has always used music as an escape. But after her best friend betrays her, even her perfectly curated playlists can't help her forget what happened. To make matters worse, her parents have dragged her and her social media obsessed sister to a remote family camp for 2 months of fun. Just when Avery is ready to give up on the summer altogether, she meets Brooks. Mysterious, frustratingly charming Brooks, who just happens to be on staff, which means he's off limits. What starts as a disaster turns into something else. As the outside world falls away, Avery embarks on a journey of self-discovery. And when Brooks offers her the chance of a lifetime, she must figure out how far she's willing to go to find out what she wants and who she wants to be. Fan favorite Casey West is back with another unforgettable summer romance that reminds us falling in love is full of wonder, heartache, and surprises. And that's Sunkissed by Casey West. Her books are terrific fun to read, especially in the summertime. This one is different. It's called Hurricane Summer, and it has a gorgeous cover. This is a beautiful book. It's by Asha Bromfield. Tilla has spent her entire life trying to make her father love her, but every 6 months he leaves their family and returns to his true home, the island of Jamaica. When Tilla's mother tells her she'll be spending the summer on the island, Tilla dreads the idea of seeing her father again, but longs to discover what life in Jamaica has always held for him. In an unexpected turn of events, Tilla is forced to face the storm that unravels in her own life as she learns about the dark secrets that lie beyond the veil of paradise, all in the midst of an impending hurricane. Hurricane Summer will take you on a powerful coming-of-age journey that explores young love, the father-daughter dynamic, colorism, classism, and the inherent dangers of becoming a woman. And that is Hurricane Summer by Asha Bromfield. If you're a Disney fan, or really even if you're not, this is a new one in the Disney's Evil Queens genre. It's a Cruella book, and it's called Hello, Cruel Heart. And it's by Maureen Johnson, who has written some fabulous young adult suspense and mysteries. The back says, once upon a time, she tried being good. Before she becomes Cruella de Vil. Swinging London, summer 1967. That's why I picked this one. It takes place in the summertime. 16-year-old Estella, gifted with talent, ingenuity, and ambition, dreams of becoming a renowned fashion designer. But life seems intent on making sure her dreams never come true. Having arrived in London as a young girl, Estella spends her days running wild through the cities with Jasper and Horace. You may recognize those names. Amateur thieves who double as Estella's makeshift family and partners in petty crime. How can Estella dedicate herself to joining the ranks of London's design elite when she's busy sewing endless costumes and disguises for the trio's heists? When a chance encounter with Magda and Richard Moresby Plum, two young scions of high society, vaults Estella into the world of the rich and famous, she begins to wonder whether she might be destined for more after all. Suddenly, Estella's days are filled with glamorous parties, exclusive eateries, flirtations with an up-and-coming rock star, and of course, the most cutting-edge fashions money can buy. But what is the true cost of keeping up with the fast crowd? And is it a price Estella is willing to pay? And that is Disney's Cruella, Hello, Cruel Heart. by Maureen Johnson. I love what they've been doing with the Disney villains in young adult literature. So that one looks like it's going to be terrific fun. This one is more in the solidly realistic fiction genre. It's called The Great Godden, and it's by Meg Rossoff. It's been described as the perfect summer coming-of-age novel. At the house on the beach, everything is always the same. Summer unspools in days of sticky heat and lazy beach walks. The family only reconvening for lantern-lit suppers in the garden with the sea, a constant roar in the background. Predictable, familiar, and easy. But everything changes with the arrival of the Godden brothers. Kit, magnetic and lazily seductive, and Hugo, intense and unknowable. By the end of the summer, nothing will be the same. With merciless precision, Prinze Award winner Meg Rossoff strikes at the moment when everything shifts and innocence is lost forever. So that's The Great Godden by Meg Rossoff. It's a nice little, quick, but very, very deep realistic fiction. This one's fantasy. It's called Garden of Thorns and Light by Shyla Adante. And it's got a beautiful cover. When Amethyst Faye was 6 years old, she was almost stolen by a monster in the woods. On the same night, her mother mysteriously disappeared. 10 years, a half-dozen psychiatrists, and a slew of diagnoses haven't made things any better. She's still plagued by nightmares, ridiculed at school, and misunderstood by everyone, from her teachers to her counselor to her father. And lately, she's been sprouting thick green thorns out of her skin. When the paranoia doesn't end and the treatment options run out, she's faced with a choice between inpatient treatment or spending the summer with a grandmother she hasn't heard from in a decade. Summer at Grand's in Morgan Springs wins out. Just barely. And only because a backwater town sounds marginally more interesting than a mental institution. Amethyst draws the attention of Ben, the boy of her dreams, literally the boy of her dreams, and Absinthe, the creature from her nightmares. Again, literally the creature from her nightmares. Although neither of them is what she expected, Amethyst realizes Ben and Absinthe are exactly what she needs to heal her heart and harness the fairy magic she's inherited. Unfortunately for Amethyst, trying to walk both paths could get her killed, but having to choose between them is far worse. This is a wonderful summer fairy fantasy. And it's called Garden of Thorns and Light by Shyla Adante. And I very much hope that we get more from her. All right. Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. This is a summertime realistic fiction romance. More on the romance side, rom-com side than the realistic fiction, I think. It's one summer. You can't change into a different person over one summer. Larissa Bogdan was supposed to spend her summer babysitting and bookselling. Instead, she tagged along with her mom to the Outer Banks, working on her tan and making new friends. Now she's back and starting her senior year at Stratford High, only to face another unexpected turn. She's finally attracted the attention of superstar quarterback Chase Harding, the guy she's crushed on since middle school. Then Jasmine Killery shows up. Jasmine, who's supposed to be in North Carolina, not New York City suburbs. Jasmine, who immediately entices Stratford's student body with her glittering beauty and casual, cool style. Jasmine, who gave Larissa the 3 most perfect months of her life. But now Jasmine's keeping her distance, not even acknowledging their friendship, much less the hot summer nights they spent together. Larissa knows she should be glad to bury their secret, but she also knows she never felt more comfortable, more confident, more herself than when she was with Jasmine. What was supposed to be a playful fling became something much deeper than she could have ever imagined. If Larissa's finally got the guy, why can't she stop thinking about the girl? So that's Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. And that's a summertime, end of summer, beginning of school year romance. And finally, this one isn't technically a summer book, but it is a road trip book, and road trips are fabulous in the summer. It's by Melissa Dela Cruz, and it is High School Musical, the series, The Road Trip, and it's based on the series that is streaming now on Disney+. It's not an advertisement for Disney+, although it sounds like one. It is a great road trip book. Whether you are a fan of High School Musical or not, this is a fun one. Wildcats hit the road. On the heels of their wildly successful run of High School Musical, the gang learns of a can't-miss opportunity, a High School Musical convention in the next state. There's something for everyone. Panels about mounting your next hit show, cafeteria tray dance workshops, Wildcat cosplay, and even a special appearance from the pooch who played Sharpay's dog. Well, from one of her puppies. Ready to hit the road, the crew immediately begins making plans. Nene can't wait to use the weekend to show how much she cares for Ricky, especially since they just got back together. Courtney debates signing up for a singing workshop, especially if she's maybe, just maybe, considering auditioning for the next show. And Gina and Ashlyn decides it'll be the perfect trial run for living together, especially because Gina has never actually had a friendship last this long. Carlos can't wait to help Miss Jen prep for the next spring musical, even if Seb has to stay behind to help with the family farm. But car breakdowns, late starts, and a lost EJ throw a wrench into their plans. Will the East Hires get the weekend getaway of their dreams? Or will the bumps on the road get the better of them? So while this one is still in school, it is a road trip book. And that is by Melissa Dela Cruz. High School Musical, the series, The Road Trip. All right, so there you go. A bunch of new books, great reads for the summer, whether it's the beginning of the summer or you're easing back into school. If you found something you like that you'd be interested in reading, pop over to our website at manliuslibrary.org, put a hold on it, or come into the library. We'd love to see you. We've missed you, and we're open now, regular hours, with the exception of Sundays. We're not open on Sundays yet. Thanks for joining me. My name is Lorie. You can find me here every Tuesday on YouTube with more bookish suggestions, new books, other YA book news. Registration for the summer reading program has started. You can find information about that on our website. Again, manliuslibrary.org. And if you have any questions, send me an email, lfinger@manliuslibrary.org. Thanks for joining me. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Happy reading.